What's going on, guys? I'm super excited for today's video. We're going to try and turn Connor Bedard into an entire NHL team. Now to do this, I got to make sure we get Connor Bedard first overall. So I actually made this custom team, Regina built by Bedard. 44 overall. They got the worst free agents in the game. Should be guaranteed a top 3 pick in the draft. From there, we'll just trade up to first overall, get Connor Bedard, and then once we have him, we're going to trade him away for, say, like second overall plus a couple players. Then we'll use the second overall pick, trade that for third overall plus some more players. Keep going until we eventually have an entire NHL team. I can all stem back to when we originally traded away Bedard. So if you guys are familiar at all with like Steve Dangle's trade tree videos, basically this trade tree would show Bedard turns into an entire NHL team. So I want to give a quick shout out, guys, to David K, who actually suggested this video. Very, very cool idea. Since we're based in Regina, put us in the Central Division. Also, to you guys, if you're curious, I gave us a terrible AHL team as well. They're 59 overall. So basically, we have no players to start with. Like, I'm going to make sure at the end of the season, we release everybody. All we're going to have is Connor Bedard, as any other picks we have, we cannot use. Also, too, guys, I have the trade difficulty set to medium, as I feel like that's the most fair. And now, if you guys were curious what this team is looking like, as I mentioned, all the worst free agents. So you can see, I think our best player is Morrison and Gallant here, both 68s. This team's guaranteed to get last. I'll be surprised, honestly, if they get a win. Yeah, like nobody over 68 overall. We do have David Ayers there as a backup, so kind of a cool little Easter egg. Curious to see how he'll do. And like I mentioned as well, we're not re-signing anybody, so we're going to have like completely clean slate, starting off with 0 players. Like, even in the AHL, I made sure too, none of those guys are extended past this season. So I'm very excited to get started with this challenge. We'll send to the draft and then see what trades we can make. Alright guys, this is kind of crazy. So I just simmed through the season, and somehow this team won 3 games. I don't know how. They also lost 6 games in overtime. I was expecting an 82-0 season, so you know, 82 games, I guess, eventually you get lucky. So we were throwing away the worst team in the NHL this season, which means we're guaranteed the 3rd overall pick or higher. Chicago actually was the next worst team, so they're really trying to get that Bedard pick, but we'll get to the draft lottery here and see our luck. And look at this, guys. Playoffs are complete. Boston Bruins win the Stanley Cup, and the Providence Bruins win the Calder Cup. So a clean sweep there for Boston. Come on, lottery results. Anaheim jumps from 10 to 1. Luckily, we're picking 2, so it should be pretty easy to move up to 1. And if you guys are curious about the awards at all, I'll show you them quickly. OVR Ross, the Brain Point Hart Trophy. Jake Theodore, James Norris. Interesting. McTavish there, Calder. So we'll see what happens next year. Of course, we got the Bill Master team because usually, you know, you have a better chance to win it when you're on the worst team, just the way the game works. Ovechkin also got Maurice Richard. It's a big year for him. Our best player there actually had 41 points, which is kind of funny. Again, we're not resigning anybody. This entire team is being restarted. We're going to try our first plus the second round pick. The Ducks for first overall. Trades rejected. All right, let's give them our first plus next year's first or first overall. Accepted. Okay, so that was pretty easy there to get Connor Bedard. As you can see, he is going first overall. Is where there might be some like creative players. So we make this pick, and again, next, honestly, the Ducks are picking 2. Let's go after the Ducks. Let's see what they'll give us here for Bedard. The second overall pick, we know it's going to be Fantilli, who's going to be a lot more valuable than that pick. So that's kind of where we're getting the value for this team. Would they give us, like, their entire roster? Regina would have more than 45 skaters. Okay, so just because we're at the max, you know, roster spots, if we're just throwing away contracts, I think that's, you know, fair game. So those guys are going to expire. They're nothing. Second overall pick is Zegers, McTavish, Drysdale, and Terry for Connor Bedard. They might say yes. Trades rejected. Down the table is too far off. Okay, so let's take away Troy Terry. Second overall, Zegers, McTavish, and Drysdale. Trade still rejected. Okay, I mean, at this point, Zegers, McTavish, second overall. I think we actually still could get back a bit more value. Try and get, like, Cam Fowler out of this as well. And there we go. Okay, so Connor Bedard for essentially Adam Fantilli, Zegers, McTavish, and Fowler. So, again, guys, this is how we're building this team. We're going to take Fantilli here immediately. We get a lot more value there on what that pick was. So next, we could trade him to Chicago, which is kind of funny. We're just going to be going through. Actually, Chicago's got nothing of value. I mean, Nazar Korchinski aren't bad. Who's picking 4th overall, though? They might have more for us. The Winnipeg Jets and their picks on the block. All right, guys, so I'm not sure if they're going to go for this, but I'm offering Adam Fantilli, the Winnipeg Jets, for their 4th overall pick, and Nick Ehlers. We know that with that 4th overall, we can get Carlson, who's got almost as much value as Fantilli. So essentially getting Ehlers for free, who's a 90 overall player. Would they do this? Wow, no. Okay. Ehlers has too much value. What about Scheifele in the 4th for Adam Fantilli? There we go. Okay, so essentially get Scheifele for free, as I mentioned. Next pick here, we're taking Leo Carlson, guaranteed, highly potential. Boom. Nashville's pick on the block. That actually helps us out so much because it means we can just trade for the pick easier. Now, we're going to go down from high elite to medium elite at this point, so we got to make sure we're really, getting value here. I have a couple more AHL contracts there. Again, if anyone gets mad about that, it'd literally be impossible otherwise because we just can't move players off this team since apparently they put us to the max contract. So, value's on the Pred side, but we'll see, how this goes here. Trades rejected. Okay, so Barry, Tomasino, Kamel, 5th. I mean, if we take away Tomasino, we're not getting enough value back here. Next team with their pick on the blocks, the Devils. What I was thinking about, honestly, is getting 11th overall. We get a medium elite player there, and then trying to get Luke Hughes as well. The fact that he doesn't have a contract yet, so they didn't actually sign him, means he'll just be easy to flip to whatever team. We're giving up a lot of value there in Leo Carlson, but as long as we hit on another medium elite, we can flip that guy. Honestly, looks like the value's on our side, so maybe we can even get back something here. John Marino, I don't know if that'd be asking too much. Let's give it a try. Trades rejected. Okay, a little too much. Dawson Mercer here, good young player. Cheap contract. How about him? Hughes in 11th for Leo Carlson. Trade is still rejected. I guess we'll just go Hughes in the 11th. Trades accepted. Okay, so there we go. If I sort by overall here, you can see we've already added, a quarter of an NHL team. Actually, guys, look at this. EA saved me. Number 16 here, Christian Eriksen, made-up player. Guaranteed medium elite potential, NHL ready. He's going to be really good. Same with Tootin here. So we can actually trade down from the 11th spot to 16 or 17, pick up some value. That worked out well. So I guess to make sure you get one of those guys, we could trade down to 14 with the Oilers, 15 with the Senators. Depends how safe we want to be. Depends too what they have to give us. All right, guys, I'm going to try and drop back 4 spots here with the Senators and pick up Ridley Gregg. The values are a little bit on their side, but both things on the block. Trades rejected. Okay, so this is about as far back as I can go. Would they even just give us 3rd, 4th, 5th? Just some picks to work with. Trades rejected. Give us a 3rd. Okay, so we have a pick there. We get something that we can hopefully do some damage with. We'll send to pick 15. Sandin Pelika just went. You got Jaeger there, Dvorsky, Oliver Moore, Colby Barlow, Edward Sala. I need to lower him to either low elite or medium top 6. Probably low elite. Same with Crystal, should be low elite as well. You got Leonard there going to the Canadiens. Smith going to the Sharks is really funny because that could happen in real life. So this next pick here is easy. We go right to the AI generated guys. Christian Eriksen, guaranteed medium elite, 78 overall as well. So already gonna have a lot more value than that pick had. So we'll go to the Islanders here and see if we can flip them. And look at that, his values double the first round pick. Would they give us Matt Barzal with 16 for Eriksen? It doesn't look like it. They like Cam Fowler. I mean, I would do Fowler and Eriksen for the first and Barzal. Trades rejected, too far off. We do Hughes. Hughes and Eriksen. We get a 16th overall, which will be a medium elite, plus Matt Barzal. The value's actually on our side. What if we want Will Dufour back here too? We'd have too many skaters. We throw in an AHL contract there. This is a pretty nasty trade for us. Obviously, Barzal's 9 overall above Hughes. Trades accepted. Let's go. Okay, so essentially we just traded Hughes for Barzal because we know we're getting another guaranteed medium elite here with Marcus Tootin, Latvian. Oh, shoot. I thought he was elite. 77 medium top 6. My first mess up. The Rangers picked those on the block. Potentially could get that for him. Just take another chance at it. Oh, no. His value there is below. Alright, so we did mess up once. And now right here, guys, we're trying to get a small trade to see how to crack, and they got Brandon Tanev on the block, making $3.5 million for the next 3 years. Offering the 3rd round pick we got back from Ottawa. This Crunk dude just there for the salary. Honestly, having all those players at $3 million makes it really tough because this game's broken. It's not my fault. At the draft, we should literally have $80 million in cap space right now, but instead, we actually only have $20 million because their contracts still count. So that's why I think it's fair to move these guys, but it's literally just for salary. They have 0 value. Let's see what the Kraken say. The value actually looks like it's on our side, which is kind of nuts. They give us back a 4th, so basically drop back around to get Tanev. They say no. So maybe we'll just have to take Tanev right on. I tried a 7th, they still said no. And there we go. Okay, so I mean, we got Brandon Tanev, another player on the team. I noticed one thing is, we gotta start getting some actual players, so we'll try to make some creative moves happen. Right here, guys, I'm offering up Will Dufour to the Philadelphia Flyers for their 2nd round pick. He's pretty decent, 76 overall there. He's got an X factor. This one is really risky. I'm swinging for the fences, so I'm gonna send through actually the rest of the 1st round here. You guys can see I actually had the first pick in the second round, but that's going to be a throwaway pick because us taking somebody decent would actually obviously just make our life even harder. But if you guys are curious about the first round, there you go. So with the 34th pick, again, I'm just going to take worst player I possibly can. So sort by negative potential. There you go. So after that, we'll send to our pick here. You guys can see still like medium top 6 is going. You got Oliver Bonk, Cam Allen. There's a guy I was eyeing. This is, again, very risky. I know, like, Melendik's medium top 4. Same with Dvorak. I know Bo Aki, I think, is medium top 4. Andrew Komisarek here, we know nothing about. He could be medium elite. Same for Vorobayev here. These are the kind of guys, they're, like, random, you know, AI created. We don't know a thing about them. Other than this right here says Strength of Competition, A+. His is also an A+. I feel like one of these guys is a medium elite. Let's try Komisarek, and if it's a dud, we'll try and flip him and take a chance on Vorobayev. And 64 high top 9. Alright, so not quite what I was hoping. And I just had an idea, guys. I'm not sure why I didn't think of it earlier. I'm offering up Tootin here, who we got earlier, 77 medium top 6. He was the second guy we thought was going to be medium elite, with just a random AHL player there for the roster spot to get Patty Kane and Tarasenko from the Rangers with a 6th round pick. Reason being, both those guys are going to free agency. So look at the value there, it's so low. These are the kind of guys we got to go get. Guys that are pending free agents. This is where we're really going to get that value. We'll see what the Rangers say. Trades rejected. We don't need the 6th. Come on. Trades accepted. Okay, so yeah. We just got 2 stars there. We need to do more of that. And our next year, guys, trying to make a trade the Carolina Hurricanes. Cam Fowler and Komisarek, we just drafted high top 9. For 2nd round pick, Brent Burns, Nikishin. Value's on their side, but we'll see. Trade rejected. Too far off. Okay. I think instead of Nikishin, we could maybe get Bach there. That's pretty close. We'd have to add another AHL player. Probably going to actually run out of AHL players soon. That's going to be left with just all those $3 million NHL guys. Now, what do they say to this? Value just a touch. I don't have just a touch of anything. Oh, man, that sucks. I should try to get back like a 7th round pick somewhere. So instead of Bach, I mean, looking at his value there, it's probably equal maybe like a 4th round pick. We don't have to give up that guy. There we go. Okay, so we get their pick now. Burns was actually like the same range as Fowler, both 86. And I get to try on that Vorobayev dude. Again, swinging for the fences, but we got to try and hit somewhere. 73 medium top 6. Okay. A little bit better than the other guy. We can just flip him. I was really hoping for, you know, some late medium elites. I'm okay with this, though. And now next year, guys, we're trying another trade similar to the Kane and Tarasenko one. Vorobayev we just drafted. A couple AHL contracts for Patrice Bergeron, who's 93 overall. Tyler Bertuzzi, and a 4th round pick from Boston. Again, I feel like to really fill an NHL team, we got to take advantage. As I don't count free agent signings for this, we got to trade for them prior, which we're doing right now. We'll see what Boston says here. Trade rejected. I mean, we don't need the 4th. Trade still rejected. Alright, guys, so instead of trying to get Bergeron, I'm trying to get Bertuzzi, Krejci, and Orlov for a 4th round pick. They basically have 0 value. Then we got 3 AHL contracts there, just because we're at the max 50 of 50. Value's actually on our side. Wow. Okay, so that seems like the cheese way to do it, but I mean, we still have got, you know, tons of good players. Let's actually see how many do we have now. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... I mean, 12 if you count Vorobayev. We've got over half an NHL team already. Alright, guys, so here's the massive offer I'm making the Red Wings. Basically, it's McTavish for Larkin. McTavish 83, Larkin's 89, so we're upgrading big time. I'm also getting back Oli Mata here, 82 overall defenseman. Lindstrom here's a 79. Soderblom can be on our 4th line, 77. Hopefully he'll grow. They get Vorobayev, though, the medium top 6 guy. The other 3 are literally just contracts. Surprisingly, though, they want 2 of them. I don't really know how that works. So I will see if this actually equals out. If it does, great trade for us. Trades rejected. Okay, so maybe just too many moving parts. Let's take off Soderblom. We'll take off that guy. Trade still rejected. They probably honestly don't want the $3 million player. Mata and Larkin for McTavish and Vorobayev. I probably do this still. Trades accepted. Okay. Alright, guys, on this next trade here, I'm not sure if they're going to go for it, but I'm trying to get Ovechkin from the Capitals. 91 overall, coming off winning both the Art Ross and Maurice Richard trophy, yet somehow doesn't win the Hart. Go figure. Offering up Scheifele, who's actually 1 overall lower, but has higher trade value. I think just because he's younger and on a better contract. We actually have to add 3 roster players there. I'm trying to dump 3 of the $3 million ones just to give us a bit of wiggle room here for future trades. Trying to get back like an entire 4th line. Nick Dowd, 80 overall, 89 awareness, Ob Cabell there. Also solid defensively. Same with Protis. See what the Capitals say. Like, the value's pretty close. Trades rejected. Okay, we could just not take back Protis. Trades accepted. Alright, so that was a pretty nice one. Alright, guys, and now next year I'm trying to make a massive trade with the Carolina Hurricanes, flipping Trevor Zegras for Andrei Svechnikov. Svechnikov here is 90 overall. And Zegras here's only an 89. Yet Zegras actually has more value. I think it's because he's 22. Svech there's 23. Zegras also is on an entry-level deal. We got 3 guys there just for the contract spots. Also taking back Ranto's expiring. Same with Gostisbehere and Stepan. All 3 of those guys we could use. We don't have a goalie yet. Stepan there could be our 12th forward. So value's pretty equal. We'll see what the Carolina Hurricanes say. Trades rejected, okay. So rather than asking for Svechnikov, instead I'm going to ask for Niches. He's 2 overall lower, but he's like a total playmaker, which we kind of need to play, you know, with those snipers like Tarasenko, like Ovechkin. We're only dropping back 1 overall, plus we get a goalie, defenseman, 4th line center. How about now? Trade still rejected. I guess I could add Oli Mata to the trade. So I changed that one of the expiring $3 million contracts for a $750. We'll see what they say now. Hopefully this gets it to go through. There we go. Okay, so it's a big time trade. We upgrade on D from Mata to Gostisbehere. We get a goalie, 4th line center. Nietzsche still ain't bad. I think actually now we have all 12 forwards. Now we still need 3 more defensemen and 1 more goalie, so hopefully we can get that done in like a couple trades. I should mention too, like in terms of the contracts I'm trading away, I made sure never trade away any of those random contracts that grew. So like Morrison there, Almeida, Gallant even, anybody that actually has some value all of a sudden, I'm not using them. It's only if they have like essentially 0 value. Alright guys, next year I'm trying to trade Barzal back to the Islanders to get Luke Hughes, so we'll obviously flip after that. Scott Mayfield expiring deal. I think we made this trade with the Islanders. I didn't realize like I should have been picking up all those expiring deals because these players have like next to no value. Varlamov as well, 86 overall goalie. If you look at his value there, it's basically nothing. Same with Mayfield. Again, now you know the strategy. So that's why we're sending Barzal back to Long Island here. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. Sweeten the value just a touch. I just added Brandon Tanev to the trade. They want him. We had to sweeten the value. We'll shed some cap space. And then, of course, we'll have to get back a 12th forward somewhere else. See what the Islanders say to this one. Trades accepted. Okay, so we've got 2 goalies now. We got Varlamov and Ranta. Defensively here, we got 4 defensemen. As I'm not counting Luke Hughes, we're definitely flipping them. Could flip them, honestly, for 2 defensemen next. And then hopefully just get like a 12th forward there. We're actually all set. Actually, guys, I forgot. We traded away Barzal, so we still need 2 more forwards. 2 more forwards, 2 defensemen. Can we do it? And now next year, guys, I'm actually going back to the Anaheim Ducks, offering them Luke Hughes for Troy Terry, Kevin Shattenkirk, who's on an expiring deal, so he's got like no value. A 6th and 7th round pick. We'll see what they say. Trades rejected. Sweeten the value just a touch. Oh my gosh. So take off the 7th. Trades accepted. So Terry will basically get to replace Barzal. Shattenkirk will be one of our defensemen. The 6th round pick there I plan on using to actually get probably the 6th defenseman with. So I was looking around, guys. I saw the Florida Panthers had both Eric Stahl and Mark Stahl as their lowest valued players, both expiring deals. They're both a lot older now, 38 years old, 36 years old. Minnesota Stanley Cup this year, offering the 6th round pick, plus a couple guys just there for the contract spots. The value's actually on our side, probably because the Panthers don't plan on bringing them back. Trades accepted. Okay, so you know what? Might as well try and see if we can go get Jordan Stahl. I believe I don't have his contract actually added into this roster yet. And I don't, because as you guys can see there, he's got like no value. So this would be pretty cool actually if we could have all 3 Stahl brothers potentially win a cup with them. So we can give up one of the forwards we have. I mean, Nick Dowd there. 3 years, 1.3 million. Dowd's really good defensively though. I see Ob Cabell honestly might get it done. He's only making 300k less. Yeah, he's got more value. And there we go. They said yes. So the team is done, guys. I've got 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, 2 goalies. Hopefully that wasn't, too hard to keep track of. I'll show you guys what it's looking like once I edit all the lines or whatever. It's pretty crazy. Like, so this team was created by one player, Connor Bedard. We'll see how they do.
20 minutes later.
Alright guys, so moment of truth. I'll now show you what this team is looking like. It's pretty crazy. Like, this entire team was built off of just Connor Bedard. So what is Connor Bedard worth? Well, he's worth this 20-man roster right here. Alex Ovechkin on the first line, play with Martin Necas and Patty Kane. Necas is now at 90, and he's making $3 million bucks, so what a great contract. Troy Terry's on the second line. I actually didn't realize they extended him to almost $8 million bucks, so it was tight to get this team in. I just barely did it. I think we had less than $500,000 in leftover cap. Dylan Larkin playing second line center with him. Tarasenko on the left wing. That's a really nasty top 6. Bertuzzi, Stahl, Krejci on the third line. You then got Stepan, Dowd, Eric Stahl on the fourth line. You can see +5 for the first line, +1 for the rest. Defensively here, chemistry isn't as good, nor are the players as good, but they should be decent enough. We got Orlov there, Burns. Burns actually dropped the rating by a couple. Shattenkirk went down by 1 as well. Gostisbehere, Stahl, Mayfield. Luckily, Gostisbehere very good offensively. Shattenkirk, Mayfield, good shot blockers. Burns can kind of do it all. Goaltending there. Varlamov also went down in rating by 1 or 2, 984. Ranta went down by 1. Goalies, though, like, it should be okay. I mean, look at power play 1. Like, are you kidding me? That's gotta be one of the best power plays in the league. Even power play 2 there is very solid. They also get a +5. You guys can see 4-man 1 there is sick. We got 4-man 2. PK-wise, you got Jordan Staal and Dowd, both very solid defensively. You guys can see PK2 there, PK3. And I think the only negative chemistry on this team, actually, we don't even have any. So yeah, the chemistry looking very good. I actually did hire all new coaches. I figured brand new team, hire new coaches. Made sure to get like A+ power play on the associate, A+ penalty kill on the assistant, and like the best head coach I could get. I think he was like A- overall. In terms of the captaincy here, guys, gave Ovi the C, Larkin an A, as well as Brent Burns an A. I should mention too, guys, one thing that was kind of crazy to me, Ovechkin actually dropped in rating. I believe he was a 91 we traded for him, now a 90. After winning the Art Ross Trophy and the Bruce Richard with 112 points. Didn't win the Hart Trophy. I was actually curious how did Point win it. Well, Ovi here had plus 38. I think Brain Point had like a plus 65, so that's literally the only reason. But I'll show you guys our ratings here before we get started with the sim. I was thinking about maybe doing like a 3-year sim, but half this team might retire at the end of the year, so we're just going to do a 1-year sim. I want the Regina Pat colors there, B's for the logo, so you can see the home, the away. The alternates also based on the Regina Pat alternate actually turned out pretty accurate, to be honest. So I was pretty happy with this one, honestly. Now, in terms of the ratings, we got 96 offense, 87 defense, and 86 goaltending. So let's see, can this built by Bedard team make it to the playoffs, maybe win a Stanley Cup? Let's find out. All right, guys, the regular season is now over, and our Regina built by Bedard team finished the record of 45, 34, and 3, which was good enough to make the playoffs in our first year. We actually got the first wildcard spot in the West. Central Division was absolutely stacked. Avalanche 106, Wild 100. We got super lucky. We finished 1 point above the Preds, because otherwise we had to play the Avalanche, who might have won the President's Trophy. Instead, we get to play the Kraken, only 95 points. So a couple points better than us. You can see just Central Division way better than Pacific there. And, oh no, Blue Jackets, 117. Wow. Literally the year after they, like, were gone 3 team in real life, 117 points. We'll see what happens when they get into the playoffs. Ovechkin there, 98 points, our leading scorer. 2 shy of 100. We'll see what everyone else did on this team. I think he had a really good first line there with Nietzsche and Kane. Kane also had 98 points, only 1 goal behind Ovi. Nietzsche 78, 61 assists. So it was all Ovi and Kane there. Good thing we traded for those two. I know they sim well. Krejci, 69, nice. As a third liner, that's actually really impressive. 50 assists. Oh my. Larkin 64. Gostisbehere put up 61 as a D-man. That's awesome. So we have 6 players on the team with 60 plus points. Terry was 1 point away. Burns at 53 as a D-man. Tarasenko, honestly, 52. What were we paying him? Like $8.5 million? Should have done better than that. Bertuzzi had 50, which actually gives us 10 players with 50 plus points. So more than half of the skaters had 50 points on this team. That's incredible. Jordan Staal even, like 37 points there for a third liner. Not bad at all. Goaltending. Varlamov, 907, 293. I mean, it's good enough to get by, which is pretty much all we wanted. Now look at the entire league here, guys. McKinnon popped off, 112 points. McDavid, Rantanen. Ovi does make the first page. Same with Kane. Fox there, 99 points. In terms of goals, Gaudreau, 57. What? Gaudreau's like a playmaker, and somehow he had more goals and assists this year. That is interesting, especially if he was like playing with Line A. Defensively, he had Fox. I was really hoping Gostisbehere would have made the first page. Not quite, but I mean, 60 points or whatever. Looked like he was top 20 in defensive scoring, which is pretty solid. And in terms of rookie skaters here, guys, of course, Bedard there leading the way, 79 points. Was a -4, though, so I mean, we exchanged 79 points for 10 guys on the team with 50 plus points, so 500 plus points. I think we made, pretty good trades there, obviously. Not realistic at all, but it was definitely a fun challenge to do. In terms of the entire league, again, Columbus won the President's Trophy. We finished 11th. New Jersey there at 12. Doesn't get in. That sucks. And last in the league, the Arizona Coyotes, 64 points. Chicago there, we're second last. So I'll get started, guys, with the playoffs. As I mentioned, we got the Seattle Kraken here in round 1. So we'll see how we fare. I feel like this team's definitely built for the playoffs. Obviously, a lot of veterans on this team. We'll see what happens. I'll just sim the entire round here. And we get the first win. Lose game 2 and game 3. Tied it up. Alright, so that's it, guys. I was hoping maybe this team can make a Stanley Cup run, and we lose to the Seattle Kraken in 6. Come on. I was curious, too, to see if the Seattle Kraken did anything special. Shane Wright's now at 85. Other than that, it looks to be pretty much the exact same team. Definitely nowhere near as good as ours, but, I mean, the challenge is really building the team, which we definitely completed. The fact the sim hates us is out of our control. And now, for the second time in 3 years, guys, the Colorado Avalanche win the Stanley Cup. We'll see if we got any awards. Like, in real life, we would definitely 100% get the Jack Adams, going from the worst team ever to making the playoffs. We definitely get the GM of the Year award as well, all those moves. Now, in terms of the awards, of course, we know both team awards. Individually here, McKinnon, Art Ross, and the Hart. Fox, James Norris. Kane got the Lady Bang. Okay, that's cool. We got at least one award. Bedard obviously got the Calder. McKinnon, Conn Smythe. Mers Lincoln's got the Vezina, but Shesterkin got the William Jennings, Siegenthaler, Bill Masterton, Seattle coach Jack Adams, come on, we were robbed, Kopitar, Selke, McKinnon, Ted Lindsay, and then Gaudreau there, Maurice Richard. So at least Patty Kane got us our one award. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said, that was actually so much fun doing all those trades. Again, the fact like this trade tree, Bedard builds a team. Like how crazy is that? If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. If you guys have not subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.